Evening all, Remarks here, back again with another video, back again with another Oculus Quest video. Now, you like this video, you like this style of video that I did last time, where I did these sort of top 10 questions. I'll leave a link to that down below if you're interested, but we'll do that again, but I may mix it up. I know a few people got a bit ill, so maybe we'll switch it in to first person view here, and we'll switch it in the other way, and maybe back to Tiny Planet mode again. But this is filmed on a 360-degree camera on a selfie stick just here, and I'm also recording in binaural audio. So these headphones that I've got on, they're headphones, but they also have a microphone in either side, so you can actually get sort of 360-degree stereo sound, and it should be pretty freaky because I've recorded some stuff before, and it feels like things are right next to you. But we'll see how it goes. So let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But let's crack on. So my idea behind this video, what I want to address, is the price of the Oculus Quest in the UK particular. So as we all know, the Oculus Quest will be £399, $399 and 450 euros. So what happened yesterday is on the UK Amazon site, they listed the 128GB model. So the base model is 64GB. They're also going to release a 128GB model, and it was £499. So people were upset that they'd be charged an extra £100 for another 64 gigs, so double the storage. What we can safely assume is that because it's £399 or $399 for the base model, that means that the dollar version will be $499. So $499 doesn't equal £499. It actually is sort of about probably a 30% difference. So we're essentially being charged an extra 30% on the cost of our sort of headset over America. Now, is that fair? Are we being screwed over here in the UK? Yes, a little bit, because we always do. If I'm honest, stuff in the UK always costs more than it does in other countries, even in the EU. If you go over to Germany, they can get things a lot cheaper than what we can in this country. So quite often I buy things from the Amazon Germany site, because even with sort of delivery, it's still a little bit cheaper. So it's always worth checking them out. But you know, we are unfortunately getting charged extra in the UK. Now the main issue obviously is the sort of comparison between pounds and dollars. Why are Oculus doing this? Well, to be fair, it was the exact same thing with the Oculus Go as well, and the Oculus Rift. So they've always charged dollar for pound the same amount of money, just obviously not actually the same amount of money. So number wise it's always been the same, but sort of value wise it hasn't been. So you may sort of say, okay, well, why is it like 30% more in the UK than it is in America? Well, for a start, in America their taxes vary by state. So some states, depending on what you buy, they may charge you 6% tax, they may charge you 16% tax. It just depends on the state that you're in. In the UK we get charged a flat VAT on everything we buy, so that kind of accounts for part of it. Can I account for the rest of it? Not really. I think the rest of that cost could be attributed to just logistics of getting the product to this country. Maybe there are some other laws, and maybe there are some other taxes that get added on that I don't know about, but we do tend to be charged more for things these days anyway. So for me it wasn't a big surprise. As I said before, the 32GB model of the Oculus Go was £199 and $199. But the larger version, the 64GB version, so for an extra 32GB storage, was £249 or dollars. So once again, dollar for pound, the exact same price. And as we discussed already, that isn't a fair sort of like for like sort of currency conversion, but it's how it is, and no one was really too fussed about it because it was only an extra 50 quid. You essentially got double the storage for your money. Now with the Oculus Quest, you are getting double the storage for your money. You're getting, instead of 32GB extra, you're getting 64GB extra, which you could say, using the Oculus Go sort of comparison, that's absolutely in line with Oculus's kind of previous sort of record and how they've been charging. So it shouldn't be a surprise. So if they, on the Oculus Go, it was 32GB for an extra 50 quid, it's now 64GB for another 100 quid. So that works perfectly. But I do agree, if you were sort of to buy a memory card, you could buy some pretty beefy full memory cards, 128 gig if not more, for your phone or whatever, to add that storage on. So you know, it's not the same sort of storage that's used in the headsets, but I can see why people are upset. But one of the main reasons they probably do this as well, and the main reason they kind of bring out these alternative versions, is they want to keep the headsets prices low. So they do this on mobile phones as well, not Oculus, they don't do a mobile phone, but sort of mobile phone manufacturers. They'll bring out a handset that's got, say, 32 gig storage, and they will charge you an extra 100 quid, maybe 50 quid, for doubling your storage or more, sort of thing. So Samsung, for example, I bought the 512 gigabyte version of the Note 9. I'm going to jump this fence now. And ooh, the fence is broken. And did I have to? No. Did I want to? Yes. That was my choice. I didn't have to, but I did. Why did I? Well, I just didn't want to deal with the hassle of uninstalling things, moving stuff around, all that sort of rubbish. And I guess the same sort of applies to the Oculus Quest, is that, you know, I will, and I already have pre-ordered the Amazon version that's not been cancelled, by the way. It's still there, up there, pre-ordered on my account. I'm happy to kind of pay the extra storage, the extra price for the extra storage, because, you know, I don't want the hassle of transferring games and stuff around. We do know that games are going to average around 2.5 gig each, if not more, for some of the bigger, longer titles. But we do know some games have been coming out, say, in there 2.5 gig. So if you kind of average that out, let's say they're on average 3 gig each, you're probably looking at about sort of 8 or 9 games, because you never get the full amount of storage on your 32 gig version. So it is, I would say, in your interest to get the bigger storage. Now you could be saying, now I guess you're being forced into grabbing the bigger storage, it's unfair. Yeah, I guess it is, but you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy the bigger storage. You can go for the smaller storage one. I guess the only sort of downside I would say to that is that on the Oculus Go, for example, we have no cloud saves. So when we delete our content, our apps, to replace them with other things, like I do, because I review pretty much every sort of new release that comes out, when I put those back on again, I've lost the game save for it. So that's a bit of a shame, and hopefully, fingers crossed, with the Oculus Quest at least, we have game saves or cloud saves, so we can pull our sort of cloud saves from the cloud to save us sort of starting all over again each time, and the storage limitations won't be so much of an issue. It'd be more sort of an issue if you're capped on data for downloading stuff, which I'm not personally, but you may be. Now I know a few people in my comments were saying, oh well, it doesn't affect you because you'll get a free one from Oculus. Well, Oculus haven't said. I can't guarantee that I'll get a free one. I would like to think I've done enough that Oculus will recognise me, hi Oculus, to maybe chuck me a free one, but I can't imagine they'll send me the 128 gig version. And I've already got my one pre-ordered at Amazon, and once it goes up on Oculus as well, I'll pre-order it there as well. So and then I'll send back whichever one I get first, because if I do actually end up getting a free one from Oculus, thanks Oculus, I'll use that one as a backup, as a reserve. So if anything happens to my main headset, the one that I've paid money for, obviously I'm using it to create content on YouTube, so I could do with backup. So that's what I'll use that for. So but I pay for all my stuff. I would pay for my headsets. I don't expect to be given one free. As I say, I've not been contacted by Oculus. I haven't received sort of any free headsets or anything from Oculus, and if I ever do videos where I do use free stuff that I've been given, I do make it very, very clear in my videos that that's what's happened. But I'll be interested to know your thoughts. Is $499 in pounds and dollars what you expected for the 128 gig version? Do you feel ripped off? Do you feel that's kind of in line with what you expect? Let me know. I mean, for me, I compare it to sort of games consoles and mobile phones. It's kind of the norm, it's kind of normal. We pay more. There's not much we can do about it. I guess the only thing we can do is just not buy it if we don't want it, and that's the beauty of it, I guess. But I think that I'm looking forward to the Oculus Quest. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, and I'm going to be creating all sorts of cool videos on this channel for you guys, so please do subscribe if you haven't already. But as I say, as I always say in these videos, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, that's fine, I'm big enough and I'm going to take it. Become one of the Remarkables, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when I next upload a video. And that's me done. I'm out. Have a virtual high five.